Hey guys, and welcome back to my puzzle bubble, where today we are celebrating an amazing milestone on this challenge. We have reached 2,000 subscribers. I cannot believe that I'm actually saying that out loud. It's absolutely mind-blowing, that number to me, and I just wanted to take this moment to say a huge thank you to each and every single one of you. I have only been making these videos here on YouTube since the start of this year, and in just a short amount of time, I've been so overwhelmed by all the positive comments and support that you guys have shown me. So just thank you again. I don't think I can thank you guys enough. 2,000 people is just such a wild number to me. It's really hard for me to even visualize how many people that is in my head. So to help visualize, and as like a fun little celebration, we are going to be putting together this gorgeous 2,000 piece Ravensburger puzzle today. And stay tuned to the end of the video because I will be giving away this puzzle as a small little thank you for helping me reach this milestone. So the puzzle that I'll be putting together today is called Thalassic Tale, and it is a new release from Ravensburger. It is a 2025 release. And I do actually remember seeing this exact puzzle at Nationals back in April. If you were there, you may have spotted this one too. It was actually the only puzzle that was fully assembled in the Ravensburger shop. It was on display there really nicely, but I knew that it would be quite a big and large purchase to make on the day. And then a few weeks ago, I was scrolling on Vinted and I saw this puzzle pop up on there. I was surprised to see it being sold secondhand already, as it's quite a new design, of course, but it was being sold for just £8. And even with the shipping, it still came to about half the price of its actual retail value. Now, the risk, however, when you are buying secondhand puzzles is that there is a chance that there may be pieces missing. I have no idea if this is a complete puzzle or not. It's a total gamble. I am planning on giving away this exact copy of this puzzle to one of you guys, but I will only do so if this happens to be a completed puzzle. I wouldn't give away a puzzle that has pieces missing. So if that does happen to be the case, then I'm just gonna buy a brand new copy of this puzzle instead, and that's the one I'll give away. This puzzle image is super unique to anything I've done before. This is actually my first puzzle that I've done from this particular artist. And I have to say that their art style, I think, can be described as beautifully chaotic. This is clearly a fantasy image with the mermaid riding the whale and a large sea turtle being the main focus. But absolutely every single section of this puzzle has something unique going on, with maybe the exception of the similar sky at the top. But she is illustrated with every colour of the rainbow I can think of, and I love all the variants in textures I can see going on. I think that's going to make this a super sortable puzzle. So saying that, I think I'm going to use this puzzle as an experiment today as well. I'm going to try and do the most detailed first sort of a puzzle that I've ever done. Usually when I first flip over all the pieces, all I really pull out are the edges, maybe one or two bright colours so that I can work on them first, and then I have to go back and do loads of resorting later on. But today I'm going to really challenge myself and trying to do as much of the sorting as I can right off the bat. So whilst I actually have the motivation to sit down and sort out all these pieces, I think it's genuinely going to take me about 2 hours to do this detailed of a sort. I've never done it before, I have no idea. I think I better just start right now before I change my mind. Here's all the 2,000 pieces of this puzzle laid out in front of me. And this is wild to think about, this kind of scale, that just one of these pieces represents one of you that is currently subscribed to this channel. How mad is that? Look at all you. Look at all you guys there. Do you see yourself? Each and every one of these pieces. That's so crazy. Thank you again, you guys. I will be thinking about that while I'm putting together this puzzle today. All right, so it turns out that my guess of 2 hours was pretty far out. It didn't even take an hour and a half. I'm quite surprised about that. But look what we have to work with now. Look at all these piles of organized pieces that I have going on. This is really, really satisfying to see. All right, so I'm just gonna very, very quickly show you all the different piles, what's in what. Mermaid tail, the underbelly of the whale, dark blue, mainly the whale's body, miscellaneous blue waves, a more specific pile of blue waves. I have no idea what to call this pile. The orange mermaid hair, the mermaid's body, the white crest of the waves, brown cliffs, sky pieces, castles and buildings, miscellaneous green, miscellaneous blue, the green landscape pieces, the reddy orangey pieces. These are more orangey yellow, some striped fish, purples and pinks, miscellaneous brown, I think. And then this large pile right here is the sea turtle. And I've put all the edge pieces on the side here. So now it's gonna be time to very, very carefully move each one of these individual piles off to a separate board, so I have a nice clear space to work with, and then bring the edge pieces into the center. All right, so that was way more difficult and sketchy than I anticipated it being, but I finally got everything else carefully off of the board so that all that remains are my edge pieces, and I can finally jump into doing some puzzling. Border has now been completed. It took me about 20 minutes or so. Because there's so many different colors and textures, even just on the border itself, it came together super easily. All right, so I've brought back all the extra puzzle boards that have all those sorted and organized piles on. And I've been sat kind of looking at all the different piles, trying to decide for a while just exactly where I want to start on this puzzle. And part of me just kind of blindly wants to just point to one. So what I've just done is I've just created this random wheel where I've added all the different sections into it, and it's gonna pick one for me. The only section that I left out was the miscellaneous kind of blue background waves, which I think is gonna have to be where I end up. I can't possibly start with that section because I'm gonna need just a more distinct or brighter color just to work off of first. Let me come up closer to the camera so that I can spin this and you can actually see what's picked. Okay, I hope you can see there. Those are all the different sections. Whatever it lands on, that's where I'm gonna start. It is, oh, I can't quite see, what does that say? The dark blue waves. Well, that's not going to take me long because the pile of dark blue waves is this little section right here. There's maybe like 20 or 30 pieces in it, but I guess I have to start somewhere, right? This is the pile of dark blue wave pieces, and this is the corner of the puzzle that it relates to. So the first section took about 4 minutes maybe to get done, and this is all I have to show for it so far. Because it's the background waves, it was quite a difficult section to start with. A lot of these are just floating, but they are in the right place. And I know I'm gonna find a lot more when I get to those striped fish down there. All right, let's hope for a little bit more of a challenging section for section number 2. Let's see what it's gonna be. It is, oh, so close to pink and purple. It's gonna be red and orange next. So I am now at the 2.5 hour mark with this puzzle, and this is the current progress that I have made. As you can see with the red and orange color in particular, it was very much scattered around the entire puzzle. That made it very, very tricky. I also have this pile of orange fish, which actually kind of entangle themselves within the mermaid's hair. So I'm gonna move this pile to that section instead. All right, time for the next selection. Let's see what this is gonna be. I'm really hoping for a lot of a smaller section now. Please be smaller, please be smaller. Oh, is it actually gonna be the mermaid hair? Oh, that's kind of perfect. That means that I'm gonna be able to put these pieces straight in. Now I am just over the 3-hour mark into this puzzle, and the mermaid's hair section is pretty much complete. Obviously, I'm missing a few pieces here and there. They're almost guaranteed to be sorted in with the blues. Now that is most of the red and orange pieces placed. Apart from these 2 pieces, I just can't seem to locate right now. So let's finally move on to a different color. Okay, and the next section is... I really need some pink and purple in my life, come on. Oh, are you kidding me? It's the orange and yellows? They're basically the same color as what I've already done. This is the pile of orangey yellows. You can see that it's definitely lighter than what I've already been putting in, but kind of within the same family. Oh, I've just noticed. I found this bit. This is the bit I was looking for earlier. So yeah, there's definitely gonna be some overlap here with what I've already placed. I've been working on this puzzle for another 20 minutes or so, and now I just have even more floating pieces scattered throughout. Although I will say this bottom right hand corner of the puzzle here, I've managed to get this connected quite nicely now. All right, I'm pretty confident that's now everything in that kind of red, orange, yellow category. So here we go, finally something different. Next section is that the stripes? Oh, perfect. I think that's gonna be all the fish that I already have the background for down here. That was a nice, quick and easy little section, and this whole bottom left corner now is complete. Let's just jump straight into the next section. It is the miscellaneous green pile. These are the miscellaneous green pieces. Again, really not much in this pile, so this will be another really quick section to work through. So the miscellaneous green pieces have been finished. It was mostly this green guy over here, some random green pieces of coral. All right, I hope we get a slightly bigger section to work on, as I feel like I've got a lot of small sections in a row. So let's see what's next. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite colors. It's the pink and purple sections, finally. Alright, I have now officially passed the 4-hour mark, and this is the current progress of the puzzle right now. The pink and purple section was the first one where I managed to place every single piece. I don't have any off to the side that I couldn't find a home for. Alright, let's find out the next section to work on. It is going to be the whale belly section. These are the pieces for the belly of the whale, or the stomach, whatever you want to call it. And they're all just basically these really light blue lines. I don't think this should cause me too much trouble once I figure out the orientation of each piece. As expected, that was a nice and simple section, so on to the next one. This is a really small section of pieces. It's really just a tiny bit of blue coral. So I'm just gonna quickly put this one together off camera. And done. I've done all the blue pieces. I filled in a lot more of the coral section. This is really coming together even more now. All right, next section. Oh wow, another really, really small section of pieces. This section is even smaller than the one I just did. So let's get this cliff right here completed. And this cliff right here too. Okay, those pieces did not come together half as easy as I thought they would. I clearly missed a lot in the sorting process. Okay, I really want a bigger section to work on now. Let's see what it gives us. Of course, another very, very small section, the mermaid's skin. And there we go, the mermaid has all of the skin parts done. I also filled in a little bit of these characters down here, just before the 4.5 hour mark. All right, come on, we must get a bigger section now. We've had so many small sections back to back. Oh, is that gonna be the sky? It is, there we go. This is gonna be a huge chunk of the top of the puzzle. All right, that took just over 20 minutes, and that was by far the easiest and most fun section to complete so far. I would recommend, if you ever do this puzzle yourself, definitely make the sky one of the first sections that you complete. All right, we only have 8 sections left now to pick from, so let's see what it gives us next. Is that the grass? Oh, perfect. That's gonna lead on directly from the sky pieces. All right, now we have some of the green landscape, and the top of this puzzle is really looking great right now. And I am officially over the 5-hour mark working on this puzzle. Not many sections left to choose from now. Let's see what we get. Oh, no way, is that the buildings? It is. That's amazing. Again, so I've gone from the sky to the grass, and now I'm literally just going to be filling in all the buildings in between. And there it is, all of the landscape at the top of this puzzle is now pretty much filled in. All right, next section. And it is gonna be, oh nice, the mermaid tail. I've really been looking forward to puzzling this part. Coming up on 5 hours, 45 minutes working on this puzzle, and this is the current progress. The mermaid tail section, as expected, was really, really fun to put together. It didn't take too long either. Once again, I figured out the orientation of all the scales and the fins. You can see now, looking at the puzzle, that the largest section by far is this middle area here, and that's the sea turtle. Obviously that's going to be a huge chunk of it, and it hasn't been selected yet. Of course, we have the dark blue of the whale too, and then the rest is just background. All right, next section. Oh, no way. I swear I didn't rig that at all. That is crazy that now it is finally the turn of the sea turtle. Just as expected, that section was really tricky. As you can see, there's a lot of the turtle above the sea and below the sea, and it was difficult to work out what exactly went where. As you can see, that took me almost an hour, I think. We're now at 6 hours, 40 minutes working on this puzzle. But here is how the puzzle is looking currently. Oh, I'm so close to being done, but it's starting to get super late now. So I think I might be able to just do maybe 1 or 2 more sections and finish it up tomorrow. I wasn't planning on using this wheel to pick every single section, but I've just been enjoying it so much that I may as well just finish it now. Oh, nice. Okay, the white waves, which is going to be the crushing line along here, that shouldn't be too difficult. Section wasn't too bad at all. It was basically just kind of the outline of the wave that goes all the way diagonally down here. So let's just jump straight into the next section. Okay, it is my I didn't know what to call it pile. This is the pile that I had no idea what to call it, but now that I've started puzzling, I've realized that these pieces are all the additional fish in the hair section, I think. So I think I'm gonna call it there for tonight. This is the current state of the puzzle. As close as I am to finishing, I'm just getting so exhausted. I've been working on this now for almost 7 hours, 6 hours, 50 minutes, and the time is currently 1:15 midnight. So I'm gonna rest up, get some sleep, and I will finish this in the morning. So it is now the next day. I'm feeling very much more refreshed and my brain is recharged and ready to get this puzzle finished. Considering there's not many sections left now, I don't think I'm going to use the wheel this morning. I think what I'm going to start with first is finishing up the dark blue of the whale down here, and then the rest is just blue background pretty much. There's a couple of pieces I'm missing up at the top, but that's it. And there we go, one completed 2,000 piece puzzle, one piece for every single subscriber I now have on YouTube. And I completed this in just under 7.5 hours. Now, a 1,000 piece puzzle for me on average takes around 3 to 4 hours, depending on the difficulty. So the fact that I got this 2,000 piece puzzle done in under 8 hours shows that it was definitely on the easier side. I had an absolute blast putting this puzzle together. It was so much fun. I think this might be the most fun puzzle I've done that's over the standard 1,000 pieces. As you saw from the beginning of this video, this puzzle is super sortable. It makes it so much easier, but I was just jumping from section to section. I never got stuck once. I mean, the turtle was the most difficult thing for sure. But even that, it was just a little bit of trial and error, and everything was so bright and colourful. It's definitely my favourite kind of puzzles. And I am happy to report that there are, in fact, no missing pieces to this puzzle, so I am going to give away this exact copy. But fun fact, there's actually an extra piece. We have a bonus puzzle piece of the sky here. I've never had this happen to me personally before, but yeah, we have two of the exact same piece of the sky. It's just here at the top. I did find the piece. So yeah, I guess this is 2001. I am so excited that I'm going to be able to give away this puzzle to one of you guys watching, because I know that you'll have such a fun time putting this together. But please, I do ask that you only enter this giveaway if you actually have the time, space, and patience to complete a 2,000 piece puzzle. During the last giveaway that I hosted on this channel, I came into some issues when it came to contacting the winner of the giveaway, because YouTube doesn't have a private messaging system as far as I'm aware of, and you cannot and should not ever post either your email or your delivery address in public YouTube comments. We did eventually manage to find a sneaky workaround, but I think this time, just to keep it safer and easier, I'm going to be using Instagram instead, because I can easily just privately DM the winner on there. If you go to my Instagram page and find my most recent post, which will be pictures of this beautiful puzzle, but I'll link it in the video description below, and then comment on that with the secret phrase mermaid, and you'll be automatically entered into this random draw. As before, this competition will be open internationally, but again, please check the notes in the video description, because I'm going to list there are some countries that I just cannot post parcels to from the UK. I'm going to leave this giveaway open all through September, so you have plenty of time to enter, and then I will be selecting the winner on October the 1st. Thank you so much for watching this video, as always, and just again, another massive thank you for 2,000 subscribers. I appreciate you all more than you can ever know. Good luck if you are entering the competition, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.